Starting off this mod, we want to remove the ball top and the plate that holds everything together by removing screws at the bottom. You want to take your flathead screwdriver, which is one of the tools that you should have around. You want to take this right here, twist it to open, just pull it right off, and you get to see this piece right here. So what you're going to do, take the flathead, drive it in there, hold it in place, and twist. You should feel the ball top coming right off. Once you feel that loosen up, you just spin it right off. You'll be saving this for later, this as well, and also the dishwasher. Now you want to take one of the necessary tools, which is a Phillips. You can have either a smaller one or a larger one. Just make sure it is the right size to actually go through each and every one and reach every screw inside, as you may need to remove all of them. Alright, once you have all your screws removed, it should be a total of 6. You can set them in a totally safe area or right next to the ball top and the dishwasher and every other accessory you took off so far. So now it's time to remove the top part. So let me just move this back. Alright, and flips up from the bottom first. So you flip it up, and then you have these two things right here. So you just keep going, and it kind of folds over. So now we have our controller open. You have the harness for the buttons right here, if you can see that right there. I'll circle it in the video when I'm editing. And then you have the harness right here for the joystick, and you have the harness area for the USB. I already unplugged the USB cord. So with that out the way, we can move on to the next step. We're going to be installing our new joystick. You can see it right here. So right here is the Sanwa JLF. These come by $20 if I'm correct. I picked this up in Akiba for I think $24, but you know, still around the same range. It's on sale currently in Arcade Shock and also Focus Attack. You want to check those two websites out. I'll drop the links in the description. And also you want to get your 5-pin harness. Mine didn't come with the harness on the other end, so I'm gonna do this a different way than most people. I did this for a previous controller of mine. It was a different model, but it still had to go through the same process. And this is without a soldering kit. Easy, quick way, especially if you don't have any of your tools around, or you have basic tools and not your whole entire, you know, work kit or whatever. Definitely a budget setup, not, you know, using any of the fancy stuff. So let's move on to basically cutting this cable right over here. So I'm going to remove it from the area. You have it right here. And also, you kind of want to cut a decent length. Alright, so now a closer view. What you want to do, as you can see right here, you're going to cut a decent length. I'll say probably like halfway would do. Especially if you're working off the same harness, you want to cut a decent length, so you know, even though this is, you know, good enough, you want to have enough to work with just in case things go wrong or you need that extra little bit. So right now I'm using a standard set of scissors, which is not advised, but if you're running low on tools, you know, use whatever you have. So you're gonna just cut right through. Alright, so I chopped it off. You wanna hold on to this very closely. Do not lose this, because you're gonna be super screwed if you mess this up. Alright, so we just sit over here with the rest of the stuff. And we're gonna prepare our, you know, new joystick. So you're gonna work this, this one, and this one. Take those off right there. Let's get to it. Alright, so taking all 4 of those screws out, you can just lift it right up. And as you can see, that's where the little switch thing goes, which is this piece right. I would consider it unmoddable in my terms, but you know, this is the very default right here. Moving on, since my camera is dying, we're gonna take our Sanwa JLF, just drop it right there, and as you can see, fits perfectly. Well, kinda. I gotta get it adjusted with the screws, which I'll be doing in a second. Alright, so you're gonna take your 4 screws, put them right back into the areas that you just took them right out of. So let's go forward. Alright, that's 1. That's 2. 3. And 4. Alright. I'm just gonna do time lapse. No. Sit tight, that video. Make sure it's, you know, sturdy all the way through, not too tight, not too loose, but you know, just enough so when you are using your controller, you know, it doesn't pop out and things happen. So alright, so what you want to do now is kind of unravel this. Get this out here. Alright, make sure all 5 wires are intact. Let me get the focus. Alright, so make sure it's all intact. They're fine. Harness is completely on. Now this part isn't so, you know, important, but I do have ties right here. 2 of them to be exact. Now this will help me, you know, keep the wires together all the way through, because I kind of hate them being separate like this, and it's, you know, a little annoying. So I'll get to tying them right now. Okay, to get a closer look at what's going on exactly right here, we have our control panel set up with the controller properties up, just to check on the controller itself, you know, on the button check and everything. Then on top of that, we're gonna check the joystick to see if it's functioning. Right now I don't have anything together, so you know, nothing's popping up. Yeah, so it's just staying still until I get everything together. So now we have our wires right here, and then we I guess it's considered stripping it. So we stripped some of the, I'm not sure if I can focus, this is as close as I could get it. So we took each end of the wire that I previously cut from this joystick right over here. So you want to kind of get rid of the plastic coverings for each one. Don't cut the, you know, the metallic part inside. Just kind of take it right off. You can use a knife, nothing too sharp, but you know, something to just pull the plastic right off. It's having a hard time focusing. Alright, remove the plastic for each and every one. So now what I'm gonna do is kind of twist the new wires into the old wires, see which one does and which one doesn't work. Alright, so to pick up where we last left off, I was putting 2 and 2 together to get 4, and I was also connecting the harness to the new joystick that we have, the Sanwa JLF. According to the control panel and also the guide that I went by, I guess I'll save the picture, I'll add it into the description so everybody else could go by it. But I can't really explain it because it's not up in my face at the moment. But to put it short, what I did was connect the black wires, which were ground wires, so you know, the base for everything to get running, and then I just tested each and every wire to see what belongs to what.
This is like a drill, yo, when I'm testing my unusual styles of rap, then I fix it. I rhyme from the beginning to the middle, within a flash.
I'm using electrical tape to keep the wires together. I secured it with at least 2 to 3 you know, strips of electrical tape. I'm gonna probably get something better to keep them together, you know, without having to worry about the tape falling off or anything like that. But anyways, here's what should come up if you have it done correctly. Left, up, right, down. And then, you know, you just rummage through it, circular motions. Number one, make sure all your harnesses are in and secure. So what you want to do is press down kind of with a little bit of force. Just drop it in there. Drop this one in there as well. The buttons are fine because I didn't touch those. Make sure your newly attached wires are, you know, together completely. Let's squeeze the tape right there. Make sure the middles meet, and then this should be fine. Make sure you have all the screws in. Nice. So now once you have everything securely, you know, together, you want to actually make sure all your wires are down and not. Mine is a little weird at the moment, but now we're moving around. Make sure this is through. This one is through.